cystitis, UTIs, urinary tract infections. So if that's not something that is of interest to you, you can just move along to another video. But this one, a lot of women will be interested in this, I'm sure, and especially young women. A urinary tract infection comes about through, various bacterial means. I'm just talking about a reasonably common one here, which is a gut bacteria called E. coli gets into your urinary tract. Women don't have the physiological advantage of having the opening to their urethra at the end of a penis away from other bits and pieces. I will just say that, and I'll put some details down in the description below about some ways that you can help yourself around not contracting this type of UTI, and a couple of the common ways that you will possibly get one. So you'll be told by health professionals, by friends, by someone at the gym maybe, drink cranberry juice, that'll clear the infection. Well, what this does is it actually leaves behind the stronger bugs that become resistant. They create a worse infection for you. If you get put on antibiotics, you're going to have a lot of secondary issues as well, and that could be candida of the mouth, gut, or of your vagina, and it's horrible to get rid of, and you can pass it on to your partner. So, urinary tract infections, they are very uncomfortable, painful, distracting. They, really disruptive in your life. So, if you knew a simple thing of how to help yourself before you had to take antibiotics, you'd want to know it, wouldn't you? So what happens with the cranberry juice is not enough of it is reaching the bladder, and it actually isn't a perfect match for the E. coli. So you've got the sugars and the proteins in the cranberry juice making it to the bladder, kind of making a connection with the E. coli on the bladder wall, and some of that is weed out, but it leaves behind the stronger E. coli, and that just becomes resistant, and it just gives you a stronger, worse infection. And then you're taking antibiotics on top of that. It's just nasty all around. So a product, a substance called minimise, and again it'll be in the description, is a much better fit. If only 5% of what you need from the cranberry juice is making it to your bladder, you can compare that to about 77% of what's in of minimise. It'll make it to your bladder, and it's a much better match as well. And the E. coli on the bladder wall goes, "Tell me about it, stud." It wants to leave with it because it's such a great match, and you will weigh it out, and this is going to save you a lot of bother, a lot of pain, a lot of stress, just by taking minimise at certain times. And there are people that are put on like prophylaxis, like on just low dose antibiotics daily for life, young girls, women, all sorts of people, just on the off chance that they get an infection. For example, someone like myself with reflux from the bladder up to the kidneys. If you get a bladder infection and you've got reflux and it goes to your kidney, it can destroy your kidney, and that's what's nearly happened to me. And so rather than taking this daily antibiotic and just destroying my health, I discovered minimise, and I can take that at any time I need, and it's just a lifesaver. So a lot of people can really benefit from this. It's a type of aldohexose, a certain type of sugar, and it's a very adhesive sort of thing, and the E. coli really loves it more than it loves your bladder wall. So it's very simple. It doesn't affect any medication that you're taking. It's not addictive or anything like that. I mean, it's literally just a very natural, simple substance. I don't know, for example, what effect it might have on diabetics. But the beauty of it is you can take it every day as a preventative, but you don't need to. And it's worth a go. Like with all things, there's things to avoid as well. So if you've got a UTI, try to avoid alcohol. You've got to avoid alcohol, caffeine, so that's even caffeinated soda, like Mother or Red Bull or something. I just learned recently also, artificial sweeteners and things like that. So there's a little list of things that, don't have as well. But certainly drinking litres of cranberry juice or taking a cranberry pill product, it is not helping you. It's actually making you worse. And more people need to know about this, because it just makes me furious how cranberry juice is promoted by health professionals, by the businesses. It's just, you read the studies, it's clear that not enough gets to the bladder. It's clear that there are a whole lot of reasons that it's not efficacious. And anyway, so think about it. Some places it's not easy, just you can't go in and buy it off the shelf. I think in America you can get it from Walmart, but in Australia I order it from a place online, comes from New Zealand. But for those of you that are lucky enough to be locked in with a partner, you might be passing the time away, and we all know that that's one way that we're likely to get a UTI is through sexual intercourse. So consider ordering some and getting it in. Do yourself a big favour. And thanks for listening. Any questions, put them below, but I will throw some things into the description as usual. And speak to you later.